everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now today we are looking at Fingon's Quest Mage on Standard Mode. Now I looked at this deck initially and I thought, ooh, this looks pretty fun, pretty interesting. And, you know, you play the quest, you complete the quest, you play some Arcane Giants, you go face, you win the game. It sounds simple. It isn't. This deck does require a fair amount of skill to play. You have to time your AoEs correctly. You have to have a bit of luck and hope to get some combos like Doomsayer, Frost Nova, for example. So this deck is certainly effective. It's just complicated at times, and this video is going to serve as a bit of an analysis pertaining to this deck in terms of looking at the pros and cons. I really like Zola the Gorgon, by the way, in this deck. You know, it can get you an extra Arcane Giant, which can give you a bit of extra damage when trying to look for lethal. So in terms of the disadvantages of the deck, this game against the Druid, first of all, look at that armor count. It's insane. Now I have these giants in hand, which looks good, but I've just lost my ice block. I have no second ice block. I haven't completed my quest. There's no Alexstrasza. And even if I did have a way of, I don't know, putting the giants down, I have to get through the Lich King, and there's way too much armor. So at a bit of a disadvantage there against a class that can armor up. Now against the Paladin, way too much aggro here. My quest completion hasn't been going well. I have no ice block up. I have no way of winning this game. So this deck struggles against Paladin, against aggro Paladin in particular. And look, in this game, he found the AoE. I didn't get any AoE. So I lost. Okay, so this next little clip, Jade Druid. Now, I've put these giants down because I had no other choice. My hope was to keep freezing the board turn after turn and just to keep whacking him in the face for 8. I have Alexstrasza in hand, so next turn I can Alex his face, I can do 16 damage. Sounds like lethal, providing he doesn't armor up. Oh dear. And, you know, I was hoping that even if he did armor up, maybe I'd find something from Cabalist's Tome. But no, he's able to kill one giant. He uses the Spellbreaker there very smartly. Pops my ice block, gains some armor, and now I really don't have a way of winning this game. We can't even stall for another turn.
I can see to your power.
Okay, so in summary, you're really relying on your opponent not armouring up to the point where your Arcane Giants can't actually kill them. That's the first point. You need to draw your AoE, you need your ice blocks in a timely manner, and you just need to hope that they don't outpace you. You know, I was outpaced by a Jade Druid. The Jade threats just grew too large, and I couldn't cope. So those are the disadvantages. However, you know, I've got like a 50% win rate with this deck. There are times when it really does work out. Now, this is a Zoo lock, or maybe I guess you could call it a Demon lock. And things are looking pretty good for him. He's at a respectable health total. He has some armour. And he has the Gul'dan hero power, healing for 3. However, I have some giants. I've completed my quest, and I have Zola. I mean, what more would you want here? So, 4 giants coming down onto the board here. we can play, we can complete the quest, but before we do that, I think it's really important here that we utilise our ping correctly. And I think the best target to ping would not be the face, it is the taunt. That's going to ensure that we can get 4 giants hitting his face. So
Look at me.
this is a pretty sweet lethal. He was in such a dominant position throughout the game, actually. But as you can see, 4 giants on board. When everything comes together as it should, you win the game. Okay, in this next little clip, going up against a hunter. Now, we've completed the quest. However, we're still looking to gather some giants. Alexstrasza may be helpful, and we have to be conscious of our health. We're at 12. Now, he's lost the hero power that does 2 damage, but he's got a hero power that builds him a beast, a zombie beast. And, you know, that is essentially infinite value for him for the remainder of the game. In terms of generating threats that can charge, you know, threats that, you know, that are taunts. And I'm looking at these stealth minions here. There's another stealth minion. But thankfully, we have AoE, and we have plenty of AoE, and we have 2 blizzards. We have 2 frost novas that can stall the game. I feel safe here, gaining the 6 armor, or safer having gained the 6 armor. I know that he's going to use his weapon to kill that 1-2. But just getting our health up a little bit is important, particularly at the risk of there being charging minions. And that is a big minion. 12-10 stats. And we can't let him attack with that. We really cannot let him attack with that. Anyway, we can get a copy here of a giant. That's good. So 2 giants in hand. And now we need to stall this game out. We need to get rid of that taunt. That's the key thing. The other issue is the secrets in play. One of them is most likely Wandering Monster. And so if our giant attacks face, it's that 8 damage is not going face. It's going to hit whatever minion is summoned. And there's another stealth minion. Okay. So, we have to stall for another turn here, I think, because we have to get rid of the taunt minion. After we kill Misha, then we can start playing the giants. But again, it's dependent on his new hero power not generating any more taunt minions. It's a shame that we can't ping his 12 attack minion. Because if we could ping it, we'd be doing 3 damage each time. So we'll just ping the face instead. And just to play around any potential shenanigans, we're just going to buff up the giants. They need to live, they need to survive. He could start generating zombie beasts that charge, so we need to keep him alive. So he'll be looking for an answer here. He'll be looking for a taunt, more than likely. He's seen me commit the giants, even though I haven't played Time Warp. So he's got to know that he's in trouble here. And here's the beauty of this play: I can attack with the giants, on this turn, there are no taunts in the way. And then I can play Time Warp and attack again. And that's lethal. That is game over. There's nothing he can do here. And if I want to, I can even do a little bit of BM, I think. You know, I could get something cute here from Kabbal's turn. Or actually, the best way to win the game, Frostlich Jaina. We'll let him know who's boss. Okay, so Fingon's Quest Mage. Yeah, it's an effective deck. Just requires a bit of luck in terms of drawing your AoE. I've had situations where I've played Dragon's Fury, but because I've had Primordial Glyph in the deck, I've done 2 damage AoE rather than let's say a 3 damage AoE or a 5 damage AoE or a 6 damage AoE, and that's been a loss for me. Just having bad luck with Dragon's Fury interactions. You need to complete your quest in good time, obviously, and you need to be lucky enough to have your Arcane Giants in hand when you need them. Let's say you've only got 1 Giant in hand rather than 2. That may not be enough for lethal. So you know, there's a lot of things that need to come together in this deck, and especially at the start of the video I was able to explore some of the disadvantages of the deck. You know, particularly against opponents that have a significant amount of armor gain. A Druid that can use their hero power to gain 3 armor every single turn. And then if they can block your way with some taunts, you know, a whole series of taunts on the board, particularly if you're Jade Druid, means that your Arcane Giants are not getting through. And it could mean that you play Dragon's Fury to try and clear them, and you hit the interaction with Primordial Glyph, and you do 2 damage AoE, and they've got these 5 and 6 health taunts that just simply do not die. So yeah, Druid is a problem, Paladin is a problem, but having said that, you can get lucky against those classes, and generally speaking, this is not a deck that you see very much on the ladder, so you have a surprise factor. People will not be playing around Arcane Giant lethal, and in the situations where I have won with this deck, I think it was a real surprise to my opponent. There are situations where they could have healed their face or armoured up or done something. Just getting 2 or 3 more health would have allowed them to have survived, but they didn't. And then play the Giants, play the quest, go face and win, and it was just completely unexpected for them. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I would be very grateful. And as we head towards the new Hearthstone expansion, which will probably be out in the month of April, there will be a little competition for you guys with an opportunity to win some packs for the new expansions for Witchwood. So do keep your eyes peeled for details coming up soon on how you can win those packs, as a little thank you, a little reward for those of you that have been supporting me for so long. So once again, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys all again very soon for more standard mode or wild mode fun.